Hey, Crystal, are you there? This is Doing Fire Show with the Hills, Daryl McKell Brooks. I apologize earlier. We had some problems, and we're waiting for Crystal Lopez to come on. Hey, Crystal, I sent you the invite. You're welcome to come on. And so we're going to finish talking with Crystal about the situation. She's a part of the New Jersey Mama.net. All right, Crystal, I think it's working. I see you there. Hey, bring you on the camera. We're going to bring you on. All right, we're going to add Crystal on. Hi. Hey, Amber. Love you too. Hey, Rodney Adams. How you doing? Paul Stalker. What's that? Stinker? Uh, Stalker. Why you gotta? What's that, Paul? Hey, Paul. We're gonna bring Crystal on. Crystal Lopez. Hello, Crystal. Are you there? You know, sometimes the internet acts up. Hey, Sandy. Um, yeah, sometimes this internet acts up, and we're trying to. We're waiting for Crystal to come back on. The devil is alive. We was doing a great show earlier, and has some connection problems. That's when the enemy really likes to attack. When you're out there, you're speaking truth, and you're fighting against the. Oh my God, it didn't work. Hey, Crystal, are you there? The devil is a lie. I don't know. Is this Facebook we getting too hot? This is the on face. Yeah, it's always a Facebook issue. We're on. This is the On Fire show. We had Crystal Lopez. Hey, Crystal, try one more time. We're gonna bring you on again. Um, yeah, try it again. We're gonna try you and get it. Come on, try one more time. You never give up on the On Fire show. Boom, add you. I'm bringing you on the camera, Crystal. Hmm. Hello, are you there? Crystal, are you there? I'm adding you on because there is some connection problems somewhere. The devil is alive. We got to pray to get you back on. Finish talking, and as always, Facebook. You know, it's always this Facebook when we're doing a powerful show, and we're trying to reach the people. You know, we really are doing our thing, and it's a powerful show, and it's a much needed show that people need to talk about. No answer from the lies guest. I don't know what's happening. Um, I don't know what's happening. Hey, Jay Edgar, what's going on? Timothy, what's going on? We had Crystal Lopez. Listen, people, go back to the old. We had a show. It's on. It's on Facebook right now. Libertarian Party. Jay Edgar, what's going on, Jay? So we had Crystal Lopez on talking about the LGBT community, and we're having our rally April 27th. We need your support. We need to speak out against this. We have to speak out about what's really happening because what happened to. Okay, I'm gonna send it again, Crystal. I'm gonna send it again. Okay, boom. I need you back on, Crystal. A lot of people are watching. Make sure you have the phone. All right. You're back on.
Hi.
The devil is alive.
Wow. Let me get you back. Let me see if I can do it this way. I'll hold it for a while. We won't be much longer, I don't think.
No. So everybody, this is Crystal Lopez. She's the head of New Jersey's Mama.net, www.newjerseymama.net. Her son is a transgender, and we were talking earlier about what happened to her son, and Rutgers University and the professors there at Rutgers University, the psych, the physicians, and the organizations. Tell parents, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell the parents what they should know about some of these liberal universities that are pushing this whole transgender movement. Because
Basically,
you have parents who just do not know about what's really
no,
happening.
they will brainwash your child. They will put these thoughts into their head that were never there before, and they are only hearing one side of it, And so I regret sending my son to that school. It's unfortunate. I thought he was going to get a good education, but basically it did nothing for him, because look, he's not even pursuing his career at this point. So, he would have been better off doing something else in his life, and maybe, who knows, whatever.
So did he graduate?
He did graduate. So, he has a degree, but he graduated a year ago. Those pictures that you posted of me standing outside with those signs, that was at Rutgers graduation, because my son told me he wasn't going to go to graduation. And I was heartbroken, because, he's the first one to graduate college in the family. So it was, and then he tells me he's not going to go. Okay. So I said, well, I'm going to go. And I went, and I protested outside of the graduation. I held my signs out there because I was so disgusted with what happened to my son at that school, that I wanted other people to know and to warn them. And honestly, I got a lot of parents and family members that were coming out of that graduation giving me thumbs up and supporting me. And there was only a few that were obnoxious and rude. But everybody, and
Probably a lot of liberals.
The obnoxious ones, gosh, it was like, grandma was yelling at me from the front seat, and the grandkids were in the back yelling at me too. What an example some of these adults set. But so, yeah, it was heartbreaking, and that was the only way I could get through graduation, was to stand out there and just warn parents that this is happening on college campuses throughout the United States, and they need to be careful. They need to keep an eye on their kids. They need to know what what they're doing, because they can go away and they can transition, and you won't know until they come back, for the holidays or whatever, and you'll find out that they're on hormones.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, one of the things that I was talking to my main man, Reverend Dolan Foster, who's on there. So, Reverend Dolan Foster, please stay on. I'm gonna call on you in a minute. But I talked to him we was talking on the phone, and we have, and he said the words that momentum, and that we, with this rally and this movement, and I just want to say to him, just doesn't, it's a cross. This whole thing crosses color lines. Whether you're black, whether you're Hispanic, whether you're white, it's happening in the schools, in the school systems, in the elementary. It'll be happening in the junior high schools and the high schools. We now know what happened to your son or in college. And so parents as a whole, low class, middle income, high income, black, white, Hispanic, poor.
Oh, yeah. That happened to anyone.
We can, you have to be aware of the evilness that is happening to our young kids, and it's going to be happening in the school system. And Murphy, I'm for some reason, it doesn't really matter what Murphy does. He's finished anyway. But we have to change this law. We cannot allow this law to enter the school system next year. Because once it enters the school system, my thinking is it's going to be like a spread like cancer, all through the school systems. Can you imagine 3 or 4 or 5 years down the road what our public school system is going to be like in New Jersey?
No, it'll be a disaster. Everybody, I don't even want to think about it. We've got to stop this now. We've got to stop this. We've got to stop this law. We've got to call out our elected officials.
All elected officials, city council,
everybody,
state assembly, Congress people, all over the state of New Jersey. Where do you stand with this?
Oh, yeah. Definitely, because if they're going to be pro this movement, well, then that tells me that you're pro sterilizing these children, these kids having surgeries. This is what you're for. This is what you stand for. No. So we've got to really reach out to these. On my blog, I have a call to action to reach out to all these assembly people, all the sponsors of the New Jersey conversion therapy law. We need to call them. Holly Shapizi, the assemblywoman in Bergen County. The only reason I was on her case was because she was a Republican and she sponsored this bill. And she told me, well, call my office and we'll discuss this. And I called for weeks and weeks. And finally, she never returned my call. Then her chief of staff finally, eventually sent me a message saying, oh, okay, just call again on whatever, Monday or whatever. And still nothing. So, you know, I'm not going to give up.
The devil is alive.
I'm not going to give up. And I'm on Senator Oroho. Senator Oroho is my local senator. I thought, and he lives in my county. You know, I thought, goodness, you know, he didn't vote for this law, but I thought that he would have the guts to stand with me and say this is wrong. And I didn't get a response from him. After weeks later, his chief of staff tells me, well, because the legislative majority is Democrat and because, you know, they all voted for this, I don't see anything changing. Well, no, that's not acceptable. Okay, if you're not for it, then stand with me and help me change it. We can change this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, you know, I definitely believe that we can change this, you know, and, you know, it's not going to be easy, but if God is on our side, and I believe that God is on our side, that it can change. There was laws that have been changed already if people stood up. Enough people stood up. Enough people protest, enough people organize. You know, I'm to the point is that, you know, we're going to have to practice some nonviolent civil disobedience. Other ones will have to go to jail. Evil spoken word, like Dr. King said, and other movements that we can stop this. And so, you know, I'm praying for you, and I pray. I want people to go out and go to www.newjerseymama.net. Pray for Crystal. Pray for her and her family. You know, give her support, support what she's doing, because she, you know, I definitely want you on board at this press conference and at the event, the rally, April 27th. That's a Saturday, and please go to the website and just pray for her and her family. And Crystal, I thank you for bottom of my heart for coming on and talking about what happened to you. I know that it hurts, and you know, and it's sad. And I want to say this: all organizations, all these groups, civil rights groups, Urban League, NAACP, you know, different groups that are totally not in line what's happening, the Crystal son, and what the public school system has done to young kids, and what the law, the LGBTQ law, S1569. For all your organizations, Urban League, NAACP, civil rights groups, you need to step up. You need to challenge this because it's wrong. And just because a Democrat does it, and you're a Democrat, doesn't mean it's right. And I think that we have a problem with, we have politicians and we have people that are Democrats. I've had Democrats say, oh, well, I'm a Democrat, so it must be all right. No, it's wrong. And Republicans, Democrats and Republicans need to speak out. Organizations need to speak out. It is wrong. And so, Crystal, I thank you for coming on. God bless. I pray for you. I love you, and you will be at this rally.
Thank you. Yes, I will be there. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk about my story. Thank you.
God bless.
God bless. Bye.
Bye. Hey, everybody. This is your host, Daryl McKell-Brooks. That was Crystal Lopez. People, we have to pray for her and pray for her family. But organizations that are watching, send this out. Send what we're doing out. This is the On Fire Show. I promised you hot topics and hot issues, and you're going to have to stand. You know, I remember George Bush said it. He said it best. Either you're with us or you're against us. Either you're with God or you're with evil. Plain and simple as that. There's no in between. We have to stand up and speak out against this. Whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, listen, people who believe in God has to stand up and say no. No to Phil Murphy, LGBT community, Q community, no for this law. And challenge this law. Get families, talk about it at the breakfast table, talk about it at the dinner table, talk about it at home, outside, in your job. People are watching. Stand up. Stop being a coward. Stop being afraid. Speak. Know that God is with us. God will never leave us. We leave God sometimes. A lot of us leave God. And by supporting this bill and supporting what's happening, we're leaving God. This is why we have so many men are committing suicide, opiate, on drugs, high. They're so frustrated. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in anything. The violence that's on television. The violence on television, things that they see in movies, the cable TV shows, Netflix. Only thing I like about Netflix is Homeland. I love Homeland. So that's it. I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff on Netflix, but not Homeland. But we have to speak out. Okay? We have to stand up. All this pretending, afraid, we're pushing a movement. Okay? We're pushing a movement. And we need your support. But we need your support to come out, because some of us, like Dr. King said, we're going to be called bad names if we speak out against this. When we protest, some of us may go to jail. We may lose your life. But we're doing what's morally right. Arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. True forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne, yet that scaffold sways the future, and behind the dim unknown stands God within the shadows, keeping watch above his own. No lie can live forever. And what did King say about death? My hero is Dr. King. He said, for man has nothing which to die for, he isn't fit to live. This is something, people, that we should have to speak out. Die for our young people. Die for our children. Die for our family members that are suffering. And not be afraid of death. What the King said, death is not a period which ends this great sentence of life, but a comma that punctuates it to more loftier significance. Death is not a blind alley that leads man in nothinghood, but to lead man into life eternal. We should not be afraid of anything, long as God is with us. What would Jesus Christ say? Blessed are the purest in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the meek, for we should inherit the earth. We love everybody, but there's some times that we have to say no. No to that. No to that law, that LGBT law, Q law, S1569. So, I got to go. Yes, live for nothing or die for nothing. You're right, Michael. We want people, please support it. Please support this rally. We need your support. We need your financial support. Please give what you can. You can give $2, $5, $10. The link is up there. We need to pay for some tickets. If you know any good tickets and you can pay for some tickets or airplane flight or hotel, hey, we need your support. We're going to post the boom right up there. Oh, well, can't post the link, but I'll post the link again. Please support. God bless. Know that God is on the side. Support Crystal. Pray for her and pray for her son. And pray for other families. And we need to stand up and know that God is with us. And, the rally, March 26th, that's coming up with us next Tuesday at the State House. I will be there. And, pray for those. Listen, we need the Second Amendment. We need the Second Amendment. This day and age, we need the Second Amendment. Yes, we need the Second Amendment because the enemy is coming at us. And we have to stand strong as people who believe in God. Okay, people? I support nonviolent civil disobedience, direct action, you know, and I stand with that. And I support the Second Amendment because my hero, Dr. King, supported the Second Amendment. And there was a reason why Dr. King went to Alabama to the police department to get his license to have a gun. There's a reason why. You know, and because they were attacking him and his family. They may do the same to me. They may do the same to you when you speak out about something. You know, but know that God is on our side. God will never leave us, and God will protect us, okay? Peace. Peace. Thank you.